Okay, morning, 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 morning. Beautiful day. Look, I'm gonna try to get through this. I don't even know how to do it. It's been bugging me, like on the edge, like messing with my mind. I was like, well, what is it? It's like it's cultural in a sense. What we're missing is a cultural angle. We're doing all that social, material thing. And people talking about spiritual, it ain't even spiritual. They just doing circular religious. They going around in circles in a religious cauldron. They're not gonna get out of that pot. And then I see that the idea is if you kill every other and you destroy every other concept, thought, possibility, and everything, then the one that you present appears to be not only normal, but the only possibility. It starts appearing as though that possibility is the truth, so to speak. Okay, there's nine. Let's just say there's nine religions, not religions, nine cultures in the world. Not really that many. It's only like one or two. But let's say it's nine or something, and then a person goes around and kills the other eight, and then you are born, you come into the world. The other eight don't even exist. How you gonna know about it? All you're gonna know about is this one, and then that one gonna seem like everything to you. The whole, like all the historical that you don't even know about the other eight. All you know about is that one, and that one presents itself as though it is the only. That's what we're into now. We don't even know our own story. We don't know our own story. I know people say we don't know our own history. We do know our own history. We know the story that they gave us. His story that he gave us, that's now our history. But we don't know our story. We don't have no idea. We only have our history. Check what I'm saying. Talk to some of these teachers and stuff. They all fucking, excuse me, they are all philosophy, they all trained by who? Think about what I'm saying to you, man. Doctor this and professor that and whatever the name of them people, man. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Where did they get their information from? Now that they're spouting. I hear people talking about Egypt, and they get most of their information from Budge, a Christian cracker, about ancient Egypt, and tell us about, oh, this and that. Get that out of here, man. That's what's going on. And it's being brought to you as a youth as though it's the only reality in the world. It's not. It's not even the only concept. I told people, okay, because I studied our story and found out that our story is, okay, from the outside and the inside, we didn't lie. That was just part of our story. As far as from the outside and the inside, what I mean by the inside and the outside, from inside, internal study of our people, and then from outside, external study of our people, from the Chinese, the Koreans, and the different people, not the cracker though. I mean, come on. Okay, tell you a story, and this is it. It's a short story. I woke up one day. This is the story now. I woke up one day in a room, and there were several people in the room. And for some reason, I couldn't remember who I was or what I was doing and how I got to the room. I couldn't remember almost anything as far as the past. And the guy woke up, the guy closest to me when I woke up, I said, hey, man, I don't remember anything. What's going on? And he started telling me his story. His story. he was telling me about how in the past I used to be his slave and all that kind of stuff, and my mom, them, and my people sold me to him and whatever, the African soul, African, story. Anyway, he gave me all this whole story about all this stuff that we take as a history. And then I thought to myself, I said, "Wow!" I was just sitting there listening. The vibe didn't feel right in my being. And I looked around and I saw other people were in the room. So I thought to myself, even though this guy told me, "Oh, we've been together for a long time," I mean, I just woke up in proximity, closer proximity to him than the other people. And so he was telling me that this kind of thing and that kind of thing about how we've been through so much and how he had did this and that and the history, the regular history of that they tell us. That we hold as our history. This is the one they gave us. God damn it. Anyway, now we move on. I said to myself, I'm gonna have to check with these other people, and I went and talked to that guy over there in the corner on the far east side. I went and talked to the guy in the far south side. I talked to the Chinese, the Japanese. I mean, not the new ones. They got history too. I'm talking about the old ones that know their story. I talked to the Indians. I talked to a lot of people in the room who were in the room who are in the world. And I asked them, I said, "Hey man, I just woke up. Do you know me? Do you have any kind of, they all knew us. They all knew me." And they told me, "Oh yeah, dude, we know you. That was a long time ago. And this is the way you were, and this is the way you were, and this is the way you were." And I took that information that I got from them, and I went and studied among my own people, and studied our history, our story, and I was able to determine they were right. We had a consciousness, an awareness of life. That's why, I mean, that with the life and the earth and the things that exist, we had a consciousness of understanding that caused us not to lie. A consciousness of understanding. That's what when I read some of his story, and the different Europeans would even say, "Oh, they so childlike. They believe everything we say." Talking about our people. That's because we didn't know guile. We didn't know Satan. We didn't know lying. Those concepts were not in our being, our cultural existence, in our story. Oh yeah, we had different things, but those weren't. No. Those things weren't our problem. Just like we didn't have people that go around killing mothers. Like they got Jack the Ripper, whether it was a story or a fiction or nonfiction. We didn't have stories like that. That's not in our culture. We don't just kill arbitrarily for fun. They do. That's their culture. I ain't tripping. Snakes, bite. Dogs bark. I ain't tripping. So then, I'm talking about our story now. We didn't lie. Okay, so now we have to understand our story, which is been, I don't know how it's been twisted into the English concepts and constructionisms that turn you back into a circle, but it's referred to more like a culture. It's in the culture of the people. And so our story is a connection with the nature, because we are nature. We're natural people. We're not ill-natured people. We walk around naked, for goodness sake. We don't have the hang-ups. Oh, God, we don't got this stuff. So it's not in our nature. And that's what I'm saying. What we're missing is our nature and our story, not his story.